Welcome back to All Things Pink. Today I have with me Miss Tara Murray, and she is a successful businesswoman and super fabulous friend of mine. And we're going to dish about all things women over 40. Out in the open, to the horizon, where your heart can finally breathe. Out in the open, to the horizon, baby, let your love run wild, wild, wild. You gotta get out there and explore, baby, let your love run wild, wild, wild. So hey Tara, it's so good to see you again.
It's always good to see you.
I'm so glad that you decided that you would come on the show today and talking about you and us and women over 40. We've had some really good conversations outside of here, so I had to have you on.
I love it. I'm honored. Thank you.
Of course. And first, let's talk about how we know each other. How do we know each other?
I gotta say, it's music.
Of course it is.
It's music. Yes.
It's music. My brother, your husband's. And, you know, I've had actually, it's funny how many guests I've had that is the connection. And we talk about like how small that group is, how large, but how
it is,
like
but
tight
small, especially around here.
Tight knit, like group of people. And, you know, you end up becoming super close. And then your husband worked for me. And then there's all these like little interconnections. With that, which I think is amazing. So
it's family. That's how I feel about everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, like an extracurricular. So I always bring on dynamic, fabulous women. So first we're going to talk about what you do. So what do you do?
I am a senior project manager for a commercial contractor.
Nice.
I've been doing it for 25 years. And I love my job. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So what are the good things about it?
Well, I have to say every day is different. So when you're in construction and you're building, it's not cookie cutter. Everything is completely different.
Yeah. From
size, shape, colors, everything. And you learn something different. There's a different challenge on every project. You learn something new. It's just, you're always on your toes.
Well, I think that's always good, especially for people that can't do the same thing every day.
I couldn't imagine, if I was in a cubicle and I was just pushing paper or even reading contracts or anything like that, I think I would lose my mind.
What's the hardest part
of my job?
Yeah.
I would have to say the amount of personal, pressure I put on myself. And once you get multiple projects, it's worry. It's always perfectionism. So in construction, things go wrong. You can't control everything.
Right.
And being a control freak, it's a little difficult for me. So I think it's the stress. I mean, if you wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I constantly go, don't think about work. Don't think about work. Because all of a sudden it starts going. And then I'm like, what do I have to do tomorrow? What do I have to do? So yeah, I think
as a
that's
business
the
owner,
hardest part.
I do that. I have to literally stop myself from talking about it. And me and my significant other work together. So I'm like, no. We have to like make a conscious effort not turn it off, and it's really difficult.
I totally get it. Get it.
Well, especially when you're like, oh my God, I got this great idea. I'm like, not time. Totally cross the line there. Do you find challenges in what you're doing as a woman?
I would say not so much now as when I first started. I started, roughly 24 years ago. That long before the Me Too movement, long before women empowerment that I feel is, past 10 years has really blown up. I was in a man's world, literally. When I started in one of the bigger companies I worked for, I think there was 5 women.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, and now.
Like in the whole company?
In the entire company. Okay. 5. And now the market I'm in.
Give them perspective on this. Like, how many people total? Like, so what percentage would you say the women? Because it could be a company of like 8.
Oh, no, this is 450.
Okay.
Employees. So, 5 women.
Yeah.
Yes. That, I mean, again, this is 20 something years
1%.
ago. Yeah,
Did I
maybe.
just do that math
I
right?
don't
Yeah.
even know.
That's
That's I don't know. Don't ask me to do math off the cuff. I can't do that. Yeah, no, I mean, genuinely, it's a different world now. And women, not necessarily out in the field swinging hammers. I mean, there's plenty of them that do that,
yeah.
but in real management, quality control, women
In a position of power.
soar at that. I mean, it's attention to detail, multitasking.
Oh, yeah.
It, I every woman that starts with me, I'm like, you're perfect for this.
Yeah.
This is your zone.
Right.
So yeah, so things definitely have changed dramatically in 20 something years where I
I think
don't
it's
have as much
important,
struggles.
like, and we talk about this a lot of times, empowered women's movements or shows or whatever you're watching or speakers talk a lot about what hasn't changed. It's good to hear when and to kind of like elevate what has.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like for every single thing that I have to like grit my teeth and say, for God's sake, it's 2025. It is nice to see that something has like gotten
Uh,
a little bit better, in those kinds of ways, because I think there's a lot of different careers, especially positions of power, where women have kind of taken their place. And that's a beautiful thing. Women are great at this.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what I've seen change the most, the men that I work with in the field, they're my right hand. They're like become my best friends. They become family, and they respect me because I have their back. So they know if they need something from me, I'm getting it done
Oh yeah.
always because we're a crew. And I think, to say what's changed, when I started, there was a lot of looking down the nose, like, "Oh, you're so pretty. Do you know how to do this?" You know what I mean? Like it was like that, and you're like, "Are you kidding me?"
I wish I was on film. Like I would wish I was in that position where like, please do that again.
Yes.
Like, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God.
So that's changed dramatically. So I see a lot more respect from my male counterparts. It's mutual.
And that's like a growing thing. Like we still have to prove ourselves. And a lot of times, like I think that's part of why it fuels this anger. Women are like, why the hell do we have to continue to prove ourselves? I mean, it is just the slow evolution, I guess.
It
Like, of
is. It
like,
is. It is.
but it's great that we're doing
Mm-hmm.
it. And I think given the fact that women juggle so many balls and have to do all the things, even when we're like, I didn't fucking say I wanted to do all the things, right?
But you do them anyway
But
because
we
you
do
know
them
you got to.
anyway. And that's like you can tell like that's a piece of me that I'm like, I don't really want to do all of these things, but I'm forced to do all of these things. So I'd make a hell of a leader.
Yes. Absolutely.
Exactly. So it's kind of like not even rocket science that's what we're doing. And especially being a mom and you have children.
Mm-hmm.
So having to balance all of that. Did you find that to be a challenge?
Um, I'm so uber organized that I wouldn't say a challenge. I get resentful. How about that? That's probably
Oh, do tell.
it's probably one of the biggest things. So obviously, I'm married to a musician who's,
Mm-hmm.
playing sometimes 4 nights a week, all weekends, where I'm Monday through Friday, and I may be working 10-hour days, but sometimes I'm not. I've flexible schedule, but I come home, I do all the grocery shopping, I do all the cooking, I clean the house, take care of the kids. I don't know that I would want him to do all those things per se,
What a
but
double-edged sword.
but there's days that I'm like, God damn it, if I have to make one more meal or the trash was missed today, those types of things. There's
Yeah.
this resentment that comes out, and thank God it only comes out every once in a while. But I would say that was more of my challenge, not, juggling it all. I can
Like
do it.
juggling all,
I can
yeah.
do it. But do I want some help? Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't think that anybody, so that's where like I'm sure there's different levels of what do we even call it feminism anymore? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Back in like a long time ago, that's what we called it,
Mm-hmm.
like we just kind of wanted our piece and we talk about that a lot. Like we want to be heard, but like anybody else, like that's normal. Um, I had terrible trouble like balancing all the things. Like what, as a single mom, I did. But I can see, so I think and correct me if I'm wrong. So what you're saying, it's kind of like a single mom in the way that
It's
like
some in some aspects,
in some
yes.
aspects it's like the whole point of having the partner is to have them
To
there.
have a partner.
Yeah, to have
Yeah.
them there and to
And
help you
that's,
do
I
those
think, the
things.
biggest fight that Chris and I have
Hmm.
is that we just don't spend time together because of the differing schedules. And that's,
And yeah, I was totally going to go down this rabbit hole of like,
hmm
what's it like to be married or even in a relationship with a music man?
well, I can say,
Like,
Chris and I have been together. We were laughing yesterday. It was like our anniversary's coming up. And he were like, well, how many years is it now? And I'm like, 25, 23. We're 23 years married. I mean,
yeah,
together, like 27 years. So when we first met, I mean, we were babies. And that was exciting. I mean,
of
honestly, of
course.
course.
Of
I
course
mean,
it
I was
was.
at all the shows and staying until 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I think when Alexis was born, I was like, I'm not doing that shit anymore. I
Yeah,
love you, but I'll come to a show every once in a while. I think for years when he started playing with Voodoo, people are like, is Tara fictitious? Is that your real, what? Is she real? And I finally remember coming to shows that were like, oh my God, we finally get to meet you. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want to do this. I love the music, but I
of
don't want to
course.
sit and hump gear and no, I got no time for that.
I totally, well, I think that's it. It's not even just like that. Like, it's not just having the relationship with a music person. Because honestly, like my brother, and I loved going to all the shows when I was
Mm-hmm.
younger. Like now I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep if like,
Yes, I go to
like,
bed at nine
because
thirty.
I've been
Y'all are just starting.
working, like I've been working so long,
Exactly.
and then I'm like, my God, and we have all these things to do. And I've got to try to balance all these things. And now I'm also putting in time for me. So it's
That's
like,
my new thing.
yeah,
Taking
like
care of me.
I do Pilates and yoga. So like,
I'm so
yeah,
glad.
so I'm like,
Pilates is my thing. I
I know.
love
And
it.
we've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I added that to my yoga.
That's awesome.
And I have to do it because I feel so much better. I don't have bursitis in my hips as much anymore. You know, the
It's
menopause
amazing.
thing. So like it has been helpful to that. And I like, okay, I'm gonna commit to this. I'm gonna commit. It's like I'm gonna do it. So I add that in there now too. Starting running a business, and I'm just like,
I don't know how you do all this. This
do
is
I
nuts.
want to? I want to because I want to support the music people. Like I want to support them. I love the
Right.
music, but I don't. I can't do the 2 a.m. thing.
No,
I'm
no.
like total toast for like 2 days after that.
Yes. I had girlfriends over the other night at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, everyone has to go to bed right now. It's like, this is too late for
That
us.
would I think it's just like all the like stimulation and you're
Mm-hmm.
dancing till like 2 a.m. or well young people don't start until 11. I'm like
Right.
if I started when I start now and was up till 2,
Oh, no.
like I'm done for at least 48 hours after
Exactly.
that.
I'm in bed now.
So I'm like, so that's like two totally different lifestyles, if you
Mm-hmm.
will. And that's got to be hard.
Right.
It's got to be challenging.
Yeah. I mean, things have definitely slowed down, being married, with Chris as well. He's not playing as many gigs. And so it is different, but it's still different schedules. So I think that's the bigger thing is it was really exciting when we were younger, less exciting now as you get older, because really what's the most important thing is time together.
It is. And, this is a recurring theme. And I don't think people always think they have it all the time in the world.
No,
And
we
they
do not.
don't. And so this is something I hear a lot because I travel, Corey and I travel a lot, is we're going to wait until
Something,
like
anything.
but it's usually yeah it could be anything. Everybody always says like I'm gonna wait until this or until the kids are gone, and I'm like
You got to stop
I
waiting.
don't know if you should wait on that because what happens, it's the empty nest thing.
Oh.
So both of your have they left?
So Alexis graduated
Left,
college.
that sounds weird.
Well, but no,
Yeah.
I mean, her being away at college was my first, foray into empty nest, and I was like, oh, I don't like it. She's back home now because genuinely, it's too expensive for her to even consider moving out. I
Oh,
mean,
okay,
it's just
okay.
it's impossible. I mean, rent is what I pay in a mortgage, and where's she gonna? She can't possibly do that. So she is home. Trust me, she wants to move out.
Of
But
course.
she is home, so I'm definitely not an empty nester. And my son is just started his senior in high school, so
Oh,
I have a
okay,
full
okay.
house still.
You still have a
I
flight.
still have
Like,
a full
so what do
house.
you like think it's gonna be like?
Oh, I'll start crying. No. I'm one of those moms that I'm like, I wish my kids could live with me forever. I know that would, I think eventually I'll lose my mind. Um, but it'll be interesting because when Alexis first went away to college, Chris and I were like, we get to date again. Like we
Yeah.
get to hang out again, just the two of us. We really liked each other, before. And so I'm down with that. I love the thought of, him and I doing
Yeah.
our stuff. He's my running partner. Like we'll go, we'll
Yeah.
have a time. I'm
Well,
not
and
worried
I
about
think
that.
that that's like really a good way, I think that people lose that and they get so like sucked into
Hmm.
their work, whatever, they're missing that connection that they need to have.
Hmm.
And imagine like all of a sudden like it's just the two of you and you're like, I'm sorry, I don't know you.
And you don't.
Like
Honestly, most women put all of their energy into their children and
mm,
they live for their kids, which I understand. We all
mm.
do. But yeah, all of a sudden you're like, you don't know each other. You've been living completely separate
I
lives
don't
for
think you know
years.
yourself when you do that.
Well, you're right, because all of a sudden you're like, I haven't been taking care of me
Yeah,
for 20 plus years. Do you have any idea who you are anymore?
I don't think so.
No. Trust me, I've been kicking that can around for the past like year and a half, just going, oh, wow,
Yeah,
what do I do for me now? So that's
yeah.
why I said,
And
mentioned
who am I?
earlier.
Like, who do I like? Like, what do I even like
Exactly.
anymore?
I've
Like,
turned into a puzzle person, Jules. A puzzle person.
I
And I love
saw
it.
this on social media,
Love
and
it.
I'm like, you go, girl.
Uh-huh.
I paint, like, and do things like that. So,
I
like,
love. I think that's
I mean, I'm not
fabulous.
into like crocheting yet or like
Oh
anything like
God.
that. I'm just kidding for
Start making
anybody
baby
like who does it.
blankets.
Yeah.
You don't want me to do that, I promise you.
I mean, I'm kind of
You
those are
don't
like
want me
sharp
doing that.
objects.
Mm-mm.
But I still think that I mean, it's absolutely important though to take that time. And people ask me that question all the time, like, "How can you do it?" I'm like, believe me, when you decide to do it, you'll
Mm-hmm.
understand exactly why it was so important to date your partner
Mm-hmm.
and to keep doing it. And
Yeah.
I remind mine. I'd be like,
It's date night. We got to do
yeah, it's
something.
time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is insane.
Yeah. No. Agreed.
Because well, and with work and there's all kinds of pressures and things like that. But it's funny because my brother's a musician, so I always get to hear the funny stories about like, the guitar like graveyard in the basement or like the time. And I've always said, like make sure you're making time because that kind of schedule is really hard.
It
It's
is.
weekends and it's nights and it's this and it's not the same. But that actually is no different than somebody who works nights and somebody who works
Absolutely.
days. It's like no different.
You have to figure out your groove. And sometimes it wears on you and sometimes it's great. I mean, sometimes you do need some quiet time just to unwind, but you definitely have to find your groove. And as I said, I would say that's my biggest beef is just not, getting the time synced up to make things happen.
So what do you think is a key to a long-term relationship besides obviously the patience
Oh
or like
gosh.
or finding that groove?
Um, I guess I hate to say it, but communication is critical. I mean, it's something that we've worked on it for years, but we also tell each other everything. Like even shit I don't want to know. You know what I mean? And sometimes I go to him, I'm like, I got to tell you this. And he's like, oh, I don't want to know that. And I'm like, you have to. If I know it, you have to know
Yeah.
it. You know what I
I'm like,
mean?
oh my God, like because it's your person.
It's my
So, yeah,
person.
so you have to like
We just said
like,
that
oh
to
my
each
God,
other.
like Sandy got fired yesterday and like
He knows all the stuff about all the people.
he knows all the
He knows all the
dirt.
stuff. He knows more tea about everybody and vice versa. Like that, but we genuinely like we can sit down and talk for hours, laugh, all of those
That's
things.
good.
The other thing is he definitely I hate to say this, it's not like he completes me, don't do that. But simple things like let's say I'm cooking and I've got stuff on the counter. He's putting it away for me.
Yeah.
Throwing trash away, or like we're kind of moving together. Where
I
love that.
I heard like the little Einsteins, or is it what was the show with teamwork? Let's go to work, teamwork. Do you remember that?
No, but I'm sure I saw it when the kids were little.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sure. I
I can't
blocked all of
remember
that
the
out.
name
Julie. I
of the
blocked
damn
all of
show.
that
It was
out.
like a little like chicken. or something like
All I
that.
can hear now is Dora. Please don't get me
No,
started.
don't do it
Don't do
because then
it.
it'll be in my head
I
for the
know.
rest of the day. That and like the Wiggles.
Oh, move on.
Yeah.
We can't.
'Cause
We can't
do
do
you
this.
remember how bad that was? There was like my kids would watch the same thing
Over and over
over
and
and
over
over
again.
on freaking repeat. I'm
Hmm.
like, would you please turn that off?
Could you imagine if
Again,
we, can you
again.
imagine if our kids were had like whatever that shark thing was that was not but a few
The
years ago?
baby
Shark,
shark.
shark, whatever that
God,
horrible.
no, absolutely not. I
I'd
would
put
have
a
turned it
hot
off.
poker in my eye.
Yep.
It would have happened. It would have happened.
Knowing every word to every Wiggle song was bad enough. Like I think we just like, as we get older, we're kind of like, my God, what the hell were we thinking?
It's
Like turn
terrible.
that off. But yeah, I think there's like so much as we get older. And I always say like, 40s, then 50s, then 60s. There's a lot of things that we grieve,
Hmm.
but there's these beautiful things that come along with it. So which one do you want to do first?
What is the most? What am
The
I?
best
The
things
best
or the
thing?
worst things?
Let's go for the best first.
All
Let's
right,
do
right on, right
that.
on.
Let's do
So
that.
what in your perspective are the best things about being this age versus like 20s and 30s?
I think there is a sense of calmness and patience that I never had before. And I've had this conversation. It's like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. And that's not true. And I don't mean it in the most literal sense,
I
but
don't think
it's
anybody
not,
means it like that.
it's just not that big of a deal. So I think there's the sense of wisdom, the sense of calmness. I love that about being this age.
Hell yeah. And it there is. And it's funny because that is a question that comes up literally almost every cast, and there's a different response, but along kind of a
Lines.
similar road. But I love that because we do have this conversation, and it's so funny because that's another thing that I always go, oh, I just had that conversation. I just had that conversation. And I go, we should all be talking about it together
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we do, right? Like
Yeah.
there's all this stuff, but there is like this. I think because we don't have anything to prove,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
or at
Exactly.
least we think we.
Well, I mean,
Some of us are still working on that. Like,
every once in a while that'll spark. I mean,
but I
it's
think you start to know what the hell is a big deal
exactly.
because there is big deal stuff going on, but it's not that.
It is not.
Like,
This is not the hill you're dying on. This just isn't
yeah,
it.
you're like I've been through way worse than that.
Well,
Yeah,
and I say this a lot to my kids, and I said, like fear and anger. I said, what a wasted energy that is. You're you're never getting this back. You got to let it go. I mean,
oh
to spend
yeah,
hours just really like running through things in your head. I'm like, you got to drop it. Just let
yeah.
it go. It's wasted energy. So
It is. It was so much wasted
so much,
energy and
yes.
so much wasted time. But then I think, okay, if hadn't done that and all the bad choices,
Oh yeah.
like all of that, if I hadn't, then would I be where I am now?
No, and you wouldn't be the
So
person
then I'm
you are
like,
either.
is it wasted? Like those kinds of things, like the choices and the shit we did,
Right.
But now we've learned, so we don't have to waste that time.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
like
It's a
getting like
process.
super upset over like really silly things
Mhm.
that I watch young people spend so much time
Just
on.
completely bent. You're like, stop. Just let it go.
Like we now talk about like interesting things. I feel like, that was probably us and like our parents. I were like, my God, like what are they talking
The
about?
most
Yeah,
inane, like
like
mind-numbing
yeah.
conversations. You're like, again, hot poker.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, God.
like, why are you guys wasting your time talking about that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, whatever,
Yeah, I forget
That's
that we were
whatever.
exactly like that in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear like the girls, especially the girls.
Oh, it hasn't
Oh my
changed.
God, like, did you hear about like, and I'm just like, really, you're gonna spend your day like talking about
Mm-hmm.
this?
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
know.
It's terrible.
But I mean, I think having that knowledge, that's a good thing.
I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, like and that brings that calm,
Mm-hmm.
and just knowing that you don't have to prove it. Like you've already done You paid your damn
I put in my
dues.
work. I put
Yeah,
in the work. I already
I paid
done.
my dues.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good.
You
I'm
know,
good.
I'm just gonna float now. Like,
Right?
that's actually not true because I'm building a business and still working my ass off. But like, you know, like I'm a lot more calm about that now.
Yes. It's probably the best time for you to actually do it and do it successfully. So good on
So
you.
there's a double-edged sword with that. So of course, turning to like one of the worst things about getting, I'm freaking tired. And so,
Ah,
like, when you go to embark on a new journey that you know is going to take like massive effort, part of me is like, man,
do I have the energy?
yeah, do I
Yes.
have this to be able to give?
So is that your worst? Is the just the tiredness that comes with
So
the
that's where
aging?
like not giving a shit
Mm-hmm.
can go both ways.
Right.
It can be absolutely amazing, and then it can be like, man, I just don't give a shit. Like, it can be like, I don't care. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's where like it's kind of like it's good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think the bad part for me is grieving like the loss. I think when and I had talked about this on one of the podcasts, we were actually talking about grief. Um, when you start to realize time is finite,
Yes, it is.
and I'll like, and maybe it's menopause. Maybe that's what this
Well,
is because I will just sit there and be like, oh my God. And like I'll look at her and be like, our dog is this many years old. And
oh,
I
I think
like
about
all of
that
a
all the
sudden
time.
I'm
And
like
crying. Then
crying
you're
and
crying.
I'm like, this is not okay. You know, and I'm like, okay. And he's just like, well, let's just hope it's not happening like anytime soon. Because I'm like,
It's not today,
yeah.
but you never
Like,
know.
so that's where I'm like, okay, is that a bad part of getting older? Is like you start to realize that time is finite. But the good part about that is I think we appreciate it more.
Yeah, you're more present in the
Yeah.
time as
So
well.
it's kind of like it's like a double-edged sword,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. You start to like all of that. So it's like a is it a good thing to be aware or a bad thing? Like so I've always just say like ignorance is bliss. Sometimes like those of us that have come into the awareness are kind of like, man. Like
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
yeah, no, like maybe it was kind of nice being like
Yeah, there's a lot more.
blissfully unaware. No, I'm just kidding. I actually like wholly and completely promote being aware, and I think it's a healthier place to be.
Yes, I would agree with that.
But that's a good thing. We're going all over the place, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
The bad thing is like, you know, letting go. In some ways, to me, that's part of the grieving process is letting go of, like you said, me with empty nest. I'm like, yes, you know, but in some
Yeah,
ways, then I'm gonna be like,
it'll hit you.
damn,
It's a
you
big
know,
change. I mean, it is a big change to do something every day for 20 years, and then I just I'm not there yet, so I'm not quite in the feels for that. But I know
I've
it's
got
coming.
like a few more years before that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about it, like part of me is like, yes, quiet. But then I'm like, God,
Quiet,
quiet.
quiet is deafening. So,
So what do you do to stay well? I know you're going through menopause because we talk about this.
mm-hmm. So yeah, I think again the menopause has been I think 2 years now where it's finally I know it's not peri anymore. It's a thing. It's a real thing, which I'm not some parts I'm not bummed about. I
Of
mean, I'm
course.
so thrilled I'm never getting a period again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I exactly. I know. Like
Who
who the hell would be mad about
Oh
that?
my god, no, it's totally fine. The so what I'm doing for me to get myself through all of this is I started a Pilates.
Yeah.
I started that 3 years ago, and it is when I don't go, and I can feel it, and I can tell my temperament and everything changes. It's a really like precious time for me. It's where I actually sit and get completely synced with myself. Unless there's some
That's a good
crazy
way to
woman
describe
next to
that.
me, like going way too fast, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, slow down. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm
I know
really,
exactly what you mean.
you know what I mean? There's some people that are like, oh,
Well, because the whole point of Pilates is to like it's
slow,
control and
controlled.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and other than that, I made a conscious decision that when my girlfriends, who I have a very small crew of girls, when they ask me to do something, I say yes. Like I'm going and I want to go do things. I want to have experiences. And that's really keeping me happy
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just going out for dinner and talking and kikiing for an hour or two,
Yeah.
it's great. My girlfriend Shannon and I are taking a trip. We're going to Sedona and the Grand Canyon. It's one of my bucket list
Nice.
items. And would I have loved to do that with my kids and Chris? And sure, but the time's not syncing up, and I don't want to
And it
wait
doesn't matter.
anymore. But it's
It doesn't
it's
matter.
and it's our
Yeah.
girl trip, so
Yeah. You get just you go
we're
and you
going and
enjoy
we're gonna
it.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that I have really started saying. I take care of everyone in my family. That no one's going to dispute that. I now have to start taking care of me. And there's just a few things. Like I said, I'm started doing puzzles, and that really makes me feel old. And I don't care. I don't care. I love them. I don't care.
And you shouldn't care.
I don't care.
Like who gives a shit?
Mm-mm.
It's not hurting anybody else.
No.
You know? So we've spent a long time worrying about what other people think
Mm-hmm.
and say. I'm not really one that gives a shit.
At
Never
all.
have been.
I don't think I ever have, honestly.
I don't
Like
think I ever have
I'm
either.
not much for that. I'm like,
I mean, I think genuinely people have hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, if you're not in my like radar of a circle,
Mm-hmm.
even just like inside, like if you aren't that person that's close to me, I really don't care.
Not at all.
I'm very comfortable with what I think and what I do, and that I'm not hurting anybody, and what I do is good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I run nonprofits for God's sake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I think it's great that you're traveling.
Well, I know you travel. You and
I
I've
do,
talked
and I
about
love
that.
it.
Like, I think, was that maybe 2 years ago? We sat
Yes, we were talking about Puerto Rico.
yes, and we sat and talked, and I was like, you're so inspiring. I think that is so fabulous that you go and do all of those things. And that really was one of the pushes that I was
That's
like, I
great.
need
Thank you.
to
I'm
I
glad that
need to
you
start
said
doing
that.
those things.
Well, it was because I was the same way though. Like I wasn't doing it. I always wanted to, and I would, look at stuff and you scroll and you're like, man, that looks really cool. I really want to go there.
Mhm.
And we had done a podcast on Wanderlust, and like all the reasons I like to do it is because I like to immerse myself
In the cultures
in the
and-
cultures and like learn things. And even if it's, people think I mean like outside of the country, but there are cultural like things within a new state.
You posted something about you guys went somewhere in Pennsylvania.
New Hope,
New Hope.
Pennsylvania.
And my girlfriend Shannon, I said,
you need to
I
go
showed
there.
her. I showed her your post. And I was like, this looks like the greatest little town.
Wait till you see the video.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like
I can't
it's
wait.
it's like sun hats and brunch over the river.
Oh,
And
I'm so excited. So she goes, I guess we're going to Pennsylvania. I said, yeah, why
It's
not?
so stinking cute.
Oh, well, I'm glad. That's
like
you definitely made it sound. You're like, I'm in love with this place. I'm like, well, I got to go
it's
now.
so weird how like that'll happen too if you just like pick a place. And it was really funny because he found it on like a search, and it was like all these celebrities are moving to New Hope, and we didn't know why. And I was like,
because it's quaint and fabulous. And
but I was like, at me, I was like, what's there? Let me look. You know what I was like? Let me see.
What can we do?
It was just like, I was like, am I going to be like in the middle of fucking nowhere? You know, like, because he was like,
don't put me out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not camping.
I know. I was just like, he'll do that. I'll be like, it's so beautiful. And I'm just like, that's a teepee. Okay? We're not doing that.
Nope.
This was just the cutest and like, so me.
Awesome.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
and
it's on my list now.
And there's still like hiking, and there's other things. There's a wildflower preserve that you can like go through, and I mean, it's just so many things. And I think these are the kinds of things that we really, really need. Now, why we wait so damn long?
Well, that's my point
stuff
now, and I know it's after 50 is pretty late, so try and do that sooner, ladies.
Yeah.
Let's do this a little sooner. I learned from our mistakes, but yeah, no, I think it's definitely. It's been inspirational, and it's something I'm really glad I'm starting to focus on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter who you go with. I don't know. A lot of people go by themselves. We hear this a lot, like women traveling.
Yeah, it's a whole new industry that single women,
know.
traveling alone, but they now are guided groups of single women for
So I
safety
spend
and
a lot of
everything
time
else.
alone, and I'm totally comfortable with it.
Mhm.
But I'd want like someone to go with me so I could like share those moments.
Of course.
Have you ever been somewhere? Have you ever been somewhere and something happens and it's so stinking funny and there is not
Nobody
a single
there?
person? So I'm at the gas station one day and I'm getting gas and I get, it's all done and I get back in my car and I look in front of me and there's a guy with his pants had fallen. Like he's getting in the car and it's totally like
It's just ass.
pants, just ass. Like, and he's getting in the car and he's taking forever and I'm trying to find my phone and I am like dying laughing and nobody's in the car with me and I'm like, this is such a wasted moment. Like, I need somebody with
I've
me.
said
Like,
that
it's a
out
wasted
loud before.
moment.
I've
I
said that out
finally
loud.
like grabbed the phone just in time to get like a shot, just because I was like, I have to share this with someone, and I'm like, and shame on you, friend in the car, for not telling him. And I was like, shame on whoever that is in that car.
I can see your ass. Can you please cover that up? Dear baby
I'm like,
Jesus.
do you even know? Like, it's cold outside, man.
That's so funny.
But that's that concept, and I'm like, I feel like if I went on a trip, because I'm always like, oh my god, look at this cool picture, like look at this, like I'd have nobody to like
share it with.
Yeah. And I'm kind of extroverted in like a lot of ways. So I don't know. But it's true. Like I don't know if that's a woman thing. So I was always like kind of a little bit afraid, I think, to like just completely go by myself. But I've seen people do it and I'm like, right on.
Yeah, I applaud them. I mean, I do things like go to the movies by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But I agree. I don't know if I'd want to travel.
Like a whole trip. Like go to like Greece.
Like
if you went to
I don't know that I would want to do that.
You like turn and be like, oh my god, shit, nobody's here.
Yeah, I think that would be tough. That would be tough.
So as you've gotten older, how has that focus shifted? Like what you focus on? I know we've talked about like doing things, right? Like experiences and traveling and your kids and focusing on yourself. What parts of life?
I would say spirituality. I'm not religious, but I feel like I'm spiritual. I'm seeing a lot more of that. Like my focus has shifted to just being outside. I have a beautiful backyard that we put a water feature in, and that night it's the sounds and just nature, and that's I think the incredibly interesting change in my perspective that's become something I really focus on that I never had time to look at before.
That's what's insane about not having the time to look at these things.
Put your phone down, be present.
Oh yeah.
And like even going to see shows or concerts and stuff, everyone's just sitting there with their phones up. I'm like, when are you ever going to rewatch that stupid video?
I know.
Really?
I actually thought about that as I was going through like old stuff that I recorded. I'm like,
what?
But now I do it like all the time. So I don't want to record anything on my phone personally.
No.
Because that's what I do for work. So it's like
a couple of pictures or maybe one video, you know what I mean? Like to capture that, but to really actually be there and be present in it is so much different that I think that's so much more important.
You're reminding me of something. We went on like this tour. It was like a historical thing. And, because I'm not allowed to like mention names, like younger people were literally like their phone was like in the museum curator's like face. As this person's trying to like talk to you about the history of whatever. And I was like, oh my God.
Listen. Just listen.
Yeah, just participate. Be present in this moment. Like, does it always have to
be on your phone? Yeah, I don't. I totally
What the hell are you recording it for anyway? You're like 12.
Right?
Like, you're not even remotely interested in how we're making bread from the 1800s. Like, you know damn well you're not interested in this.
No. Shirting butter.
But it was just like, and all like up in the face and everything. I'm like, yeah, you're going to need to, what?
Yeah, I totally get that.
Like I would say that to my own kids. I'm like, what? Why are you doing that? Like, pay attention and listen and learn something. I mean, it's the generations have changed for sure. People have changed, and that's not just kids because I see adults doing it all the time. Corey and I go out to dinner and we see couples.
That's all they're sitting across.
Sitting across from each other. We sit beside each other. We will sit beside each other, and I'm like, phone down.
Such a pet peeve. I don't even know where we were to dinner. Chris and I were, and there was a couple oh no, I was out with one of my girlfriends, but the couple next to us sat there, and they were an older couple. They didn't say one word the entire time that they were there, and I'm so nosy that I was like just staring. I can't help it
because you kind of knew that they didn't say one.
But I
one
kept looking,
each other.
and I'm like, I haven't heard them say one word. And then there's other couples, you're absolutely right. Both of them are on their phones. I'm like, why are y'all even out?
Yeah, we will pick up the phone if he goes,
I want to show you
it's,
something.
yeah, I want to show you something. Or like he tells me that something doesn't mean that. And I'm like,
We're looking
really?
that up.
We're looking
Chat
that up right
GPT.
now. Yeah, like we're like right now in the restaurant, we're going to settle this bet. But other than that,
Yeah, no.
it makes me very sad when I see that. And I always think about like what my dad would say, or like, imagine
We
if
didn't
he
grow up
was
that
still
way.
here.
Can you imagine, like, at dinner that
I'm
there
going to tell you right
was...
now, I'm glad we didn't have phones.
Oh, we would all have been canceled a
Yep.
couple of times over. Let's be clear about that. I can't even imagine if there was things recorded from high school. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, no. No,
No.
I'm good. I'm good with it
But I
exactly
think
how it
about
was.
like Sunday dinners at my grandmother's house. If I constantly, I look at my son and I'm like, put the goddamn phone down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was nothing to that we had growing up that was like that ever.
No. And when you wanted, like there was like structure to stuff. Like you did not, like we wanted to go play, like we would go play in the basement or whatever. And I remember like you'd play like volcano or
Sure,
lava or
Forks.
what, yeah, with stuff
The
like that with the
floor's
couch,
lava.
the
Floor's
lava
lava.
with the couch cushions. We were creative though. We were using our brains
All the time.
and now it's like it became so normal to be sucked into that. That's I mean, again, like if you're gonna do it, like watch something like this. For goodness sake, like
Yes.
at least you're like learning something or sharing or
Yeah.
having emotions.
That is something also that I'm shifting back. Sorry to the
That's okay.
focus, but podcasts. I remember years ago, my girlfriend told me, "Oh, I'm so into podcasts." I'm like, "Where do you even find them?" That was like, you know what I mean. Now that's what
It's
I
a
when
little
I
late
get,
to the game.
I
Yeah,
am
but
I'm a little
I'm
late.
very much late to
I'm
the game,
very
but it's okay.
I'm late in technology. I don't want to do all of it.
Oh,
Chris
me
made me get a
too.
cell phone. I mean, everyone had cell phones. I'm
That's
like, I don't
so
want to be
funny.
you. I don't want you to be able to talk to me all the time. I mean, this is
There
20
there is
something years ago.
yeah, but that makes a lot of sense though.
hmm
And now you're reachable.
all the time.
Even when you don't want to be reachable, it's all the time.
Yep. And if I don't answer, the phone rings. My daughter's the worst about it. She's like, "Hello, please answer the phone." Mom, mama, mom, hello, hello.
Oh my gosh.
That's one of my
Yes.
favorites.
But what's even better is when, like, okay, so if you don't answer, you get like the avalanche. If they don't answer, they're like, "What?"
Yeah. Stop bothering me.
I'm like, "Yeah,
That's
but you
terrible.
you call and call and call and call and call." So I'm like, "Yeah, this thing's gonna go both ways."
So I was right anyway when I was forced 20 something years ago to get a phone
Yeah.
that I should have said no. Said, no,
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
need it.
these are like inevitable evolutions,
Mhm.
and we have to kind of evolve. But I think there's something really beautiful in keeping at least some of it.
Technology free.
Yeah, some of it. Well, I also, have wellness programmings, like programs that we're putting online. So like yoga and meditation and stuff. And I'm like, again, at least if you're gonna do it,
Have it be
use
meaningful,
something that's
useful.
like meaningful. Like look up
Not
something
the TikTok
smart.
that I'm addicted to. Just this thing.
Have you've caught yourself doing it, right?
Oh, I all of a
Where
sudden
like
I'm
you're
like,
almost sleeping.
I'm like, stop it. Just stop. Put it down.
It almost feels like you're
Yeah.
sleeping.
It's terrible. I
Like
agree.
you could like massively zone. But then sometimes I get upset because especially recently, with the amount of anger that's in my feed and I'm looking for the best gluten-free recipe so that my tummy doesn't bother me because of menopause. I'm like so angry about it. Like I freaking love bread.
But you
And
can't eat it because it makes you feel sick now.
it made like I had a Bavarian pretzel, okay? Like a big fat homemade, like perfectly cooked Bavarian pretzel, and I was like writhing in stomach pain, like so bad.
That's the devil's work right there. I don't even have words.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, like there's this whole new conversation. Well, your intolerances and allergies, everything changes. And I'm like, but I don't want it to. I love the bread. Right? But it could be just wheat. And then you're over there questioning this. And now I have to do like 5,000 tests to find out like
what's wrong.
So I was like, all right, so what is this week?
So that's
like,
another thing then.
Am I canceling this week? And then if I don't die, It's so like,
If I don't die.
like talk about time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It
like, so what
is.
is this going to take like 6 months to figure out?
But and the one of the other things similarly is pain and aches and pains.
Oh yeah.
I have had to build pillow forts and
Yeah.
figure out how to sleep and test it. Is it this shoulder? Is it because I sleep like this that all of a sudden everything hurts in the morning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
this is
yeah.
fun stuff.
It is great stuff. Meanwhile, you're supposed to still, have your
Oh,
career
cried.
and you're still taking care of kids,
Of course.
and a partner,
Mhm.
and you have all of this shit going on. And then there's this
The other tasks that you have to get through. I totally
that
get
we
it.
get to encounter. So that I feel like while I don't ever want a period again, menopause, like the peri part and the symptoms, that's a bad part of getting older.
It's definitely I think we talked about it briefly before is even just the brain fog, the inability to like I used to be very quick-witted.
Oh yeah. Now you're like,
And
what?
well, and I run meetings almost every day and if I'm fumbling for words I'm like, "Oh shit, this is horrifying." Like I'm like yeah, I
Oh
feel like an
yeah.
idiot. I'm genuinely like an idiot.
I have to have these notes
Mhm.
sitting in front of me, or there will be a moment where I'm like,
What were we talking about?
yeah, what the hell were we talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, it happens so stinking much
Mhm.
that like it's incredibly frustrating to feel like that.
Well, I say it's my early onset Alzheimer's. I'm convinced of it
Oh
now,
my
but it's
God,
really just
you're in my
menopause.
brain because I was literally just getting ready to say, I wonder if this is
Is how it's going to go?
or how people feel that have to do it.
Oh,
Can you
can you? No,
imagine?
that makes my
Like
heart hurt.
it does. But then you start to feel like, oh my God, this is what's
This is happening.
happening to
Yep,
me.
I agree with that completely.
And there's like, oh, it must be menopause. Like I hear that a lot, and I'm just like, dude, if you had to deal with it, you would not be saying that. You would not. It's
Yeah,
almost
you
like,
wouldn't wish that on anybody.
and I definitely don't. Especially when you don't really get that reprieve
Mm-hmm.
from like anything.
Right.
Like there's no reprieve
Right.
from like, I mean, you still have to keep going, and I am just so on to like kind of a totally different tangent. No, actually it's not. What is your definition of an empowered woman?
So I've been thinking about that. I don't even really know how to define that. I mean, empowered women. I think there's lots of women who think they're empowered and they really aren't. It's just a show.
Yep.
So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to define an empowered woman. I think that's something that is individual to every person, and I think it means something different to every woman. I don't. I wouldn't even begin to know how to pinpoint that.
Well, and I think that being able to stay true to that is what makes you empowered.
Exactly.
Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
so people, and again, I'm going to say this again. I say this a lot. You hear me repeat myself. I swear it's not the menopause. It just deserves repeating. We say a lot of empowered women get a bad rap because that definition has been twisted and
Oh,
changed, and I got like almost in a lot of trouble for this one. When I said like women in their fight to be empowered become angry.
hmm.
And then we have this pendulum swing. Now I see this pendulum swing across the board with like two sides of anything. Two sides of anything. You see
Mm-hmm.
two different sides, and they're really angry, and their pendulums are like
Yeah, just
swinging all
going.
over the place. So I don't think it's very productive. I think empowerment is knowing how to control that.
Exactly, because again, anger is wasted energy. You're not getting anywhere with
It's a
that.
secondary emotion anyway.
It really
It all
is.
comes from somewhere else.
Exactly.
So you figure out where it's like the root of the problem.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So that, yeah.
So it's kind of like trying to stop a leaky pipe with a piece of like, I don't know, painter's
Toilet paper?
tape or toilet paper. Yeah, that's
To get
even
right through it.
worse.
Well, I guess then I would hope empowered women find themselves empowered by not being angry or
Being able like emotional intelligence,
Mhm.
emotional maturity,
Yeah, that's empowering.
being able to be in a leadership role and be able to do it well and
Hmm.
being able to lead yourself. And there's so many things that come into play with this. Why I like to ask the question, because I get so many different definitions, and I'm like, really, I think that, the definition is just knowing that and sticking to that.
Very well said.
You know what I mean?
Very well said.
Whatever that means, right? Like whatever that means to you. What do you think are the most difficult challenges for women now? I know we've talked about back then.
Yes. Gosh, I almost want to say it's not having lived that period of a life to know how different it was.
Oh, that's a good point.
I have a real hard time. I know I'm empathetic. I know, so don't get me wrong on this, but people that are crying about I need to take a break. I need to go decompress in a room. Like I guess my thin is my skin. My thin. See, there it is. God damn it. My skin is much thicker.
I'm going to ask the editor about this later, but I think I've done it at least 5 times.
It happens.
The wrong damn word.
It happens all the time.
God.
But I think I developed thick skin. So when I see younger generations really needing the, like, what are the buzzwords? Like, I need to have actual, I need a quiet space. Someone told me a girl's late for work all the time, and the response was, she has a hard time gearing up after the weekend. So her being late, I
remember those weekends.
Well, sure, but you're still at work. Yes. Of course. There's lots of days I don't want to do that.
I think that is a really good. So, women of today, or younger women today, the biggest challenge they have. I agree, and what a great point. Like, they didn't have the benefit of dealing with what we dealt with.
The bullshit.
Yes.
That we dealt with.
Exactly.
Across the board.
And our moms.
Our mothers and everyone before us.
That, if mine was a working mom. So, she dealt with some craziness.
Oh, in the 80s and... and
that 70s and 80s.
I can't even imagine working in that era, trying to come up and actually be a professional woman. That was laughed at. Yeah, it was absolutely laughed at. So I think it happens. It's history. We evolve on the backs of the women before us, and that's how it goes. But I really do think that I wish there was more of a window into really that struggle that I don't think young women coming up actually will ever know.
I think that toughness is good.
I agree.
I mean, I think being that fragile, you're gonna fall over.
Don't get me started.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had to work 4 hours. I mean, I'm sorry that I just said it like that. I hope that wasn't offensive, but that's exactly growing up in our time. That's what we hear in our heads when we hear that. And I'm thinking, my God, I was 9 months pregnant with my son. I had gained 75 pounds of water weight. So it was 24 liters of fluid. Imagine that in your head.
Oh my God.
I'm coaching cheerleading, working full time until that water broke.
Yep.
On my feet, taking care of the house, doing this,
swelling.
Oh yeah, I could
swelling.
I had the worst cankles ever. I just I looked like an Easter egg with arms and legs. It was just
oh my God, I'm tired.
Walking around a cartoon. And I'm like, all right, let's go. You have to.
You have to keep going. Yeah.
Whatever your situation is, if you, and yes, we've had resentments. I have had them too. Being a single mom, you definitely start to build them, and then you got to have therapy and work through them, and we're all good now.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's such a good point. That's a benefit.
It is a benefit, yes.
I think that's empowering to be able to take that on and be strong about it.
Right.
But yeah. So, I mean, I think that we're still in a period of time where we're not as respected as I still think that we deserve.
Sure.
I still hear crap. But like I've said, some of these pendulum swings have made it worse.
Yes.
Have made us not... It's a word I'm looking for. Give it to me.
Appreciated. Respected.
Yeah, we're not going to be respected if we're acting like that.
Correct.
Especially if we're oh my God, I can't really Now that's in my head now. Sorry.
I know.
That's totally in my head.
All I hear is Anna Kendrick because I always do this impression of her. It makes me laugh. And she's talking to Blake Lively. She's like, Oh, Muffin, it's so hard to live your life. It's so funny. That's what now I'm going to hear that. All
I know that
day.
one's definitely going to be in my head
So
for
hard
like.
to be you.
So, what are some things, as kind of like a final wrap up, what are some things that they do not tell you about getting older? Or what were you not told? I can tell you I knew about the struggles of menopause and like my mom, that what she went through. She was a lot more open than most women at the time. But not to this extent.
Well, I would have to say my mother never talked about menopause when she was
Oh,
going through
wow.
it. And we talked about everything. If I ask her questions, she'll answer them incredibly bluntly. But there was no forewarning where, with my daughter, down to childbirth, it was like my first child, somebody should have told me that. I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. And they're like, oh, no, you're having a baby. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hello, someone speak up. Speak up. That kind of thing. And
Yeah.
but now going through menopause, it's something I tell her about. I'm like, last night I was swimming in sweat. It was a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
I got a fan now that lives on my face. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about that. So I wish there was more openness, and I see that change dramatically from generation to generation, how much we're talking. I think that's fantastic.
I think I totally agree with that. And I think I never knew how much my mom had struggled
And
with
didn't talk
things
about
and
it.
didn't talk
Didn't
about
say
it.
a word.
I mean, she's so incredibly strong. I can't imagine not being able to at
Right.
least go in the damn closet and scream.
Right?
You know what
Well,
I mean?
maybe she
Or,
did. Who
she may
knows?
have. I have
She
no
might have,
idea.
yeah.
But just not understanding. So, and this is a whole other podcast about generational trauma and how like
Oh God, don't
things
get me
play
started there.
themselves out, but we don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like not okay. And I'm like, so then your next generation has to learn this, and like, why the hell don't we just talk about it? Like,
I agree.
why aren't we just, because I'm not embarrassed about it at
At all?
all.
We can talk about anything. I don't think there's anything that we can't. Well, there might be some things, but you know. But
I mean, I understand like why people would be like, my God, don't publish that. But honestly, these are things that happen to so many people, all the time.
right.
And they're gonna happen to our daughters and our granddaughters, and like, it's just time to like let it go. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The good, the bad,
And the ugly.
and the ugly,
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
and the
Yep.
funny, because
And
it
the
is
funny.
So, thank you so much for coming
Oh
on
my gosh,
and
it's
talking
been
with me.
fabulous.
And thank you guys for joining us. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And absolutely feel free to leave a comment on all the things and the changes and everything that happened over 40 and everything we're talking about. You can also send us a message on our webpage at www.allgreatthings.life. And join us next time here on All Things Pink.
You gotta get out there and explore.